Now, some of you may already be aware of this, but there's a lovely Ted Lasso Easter egg in Football Manager 2022, but some of you may not, because you can't always get it to happen. I put out a tweet late last week when I first spotted it, purely by chance in an early Blackburn save when I was just having a poke around, and I thought, why not take this a couple of steps further? So, this is how to be Ted Lasso in Football Manager 2022. Now, I've just realised that my pronunciation of Lasso probably sounds more like I'm saying Lasso as in Graham Lasso. So, I may well interchange those, but we digress. Probably not a good idea for a voiceover artist to mispronounce a surname of a prominent American football manager. No, not Zealand Shannon. As you can see on the screen then, here he is. Mr. Lasso in all his Football Manager 22 glory, alongside Believe poster, which started all of this ridiculous idea. This is just something, a bit of fun. It doesn't, some people, like Americans, may want to play as Ted Lasso, or any fan of the TV show Soccer with Brian may want to be playing as Ted Lasso as their virtual managerial doppelganger. I mean, I've gone the whole hog here. I've even selected Shrewsbury. Oh dear, here we go, pronunciations again. Because they have the right kit colours to make sure the Believe poster is the correct colour, because that is dynamic. That will change with the kit colours of the team you are managing at. So if I was Blackburn, it would be white and blue. But due to the limitations, there are 4 models of changing room that teams can use, and depending on how the stadium is set up and things like that will determine what changing room you get. So some people may not have even seen the Believe poster yet. So this is a mini tutorial to tell you, or to show you, to go through the steps of effectively replacing all of the changing rooms with a changing room with Believe. So every time, regardless of team, you will get that Believe poster in the background. And the extra parts are, the Ted Lasso avatars. So you can actually make your manager look like him. You can obviously add data in and things like that to actually make the manager be Ted Lasso. But I'll talk you through all of that. And there is a little bit of extra special sauce right at the end, and there is also a second video that will be coming out once the main game drops, but more on that once we get to the end of the video, because you've got to stay there to the end. You see, this is how I pull you in with the lure of I'm teaching you, I'm pretending you're fish, you're my bait. Let's get started, shall we? The first bit is really easy. In the description there is a link to download the Ted Lasso pack that I've put together. So download that, go to your wherever you download it. Here's one I made earlier, proper Blue Peter style. For the Americans that may well be watching this, Blue Peter was a TV show for children where they would make things out of mainly papier-mâché. I'm not going to explain what papier-mâché. I hope you know what papier-mâché is. There an American term for papier-mâché? So Anthea Turner ended up making Tracy Island from Thunderbirds out of papier-mâché, and that's when it all started for me, really. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there. Anyway, once you've downloaded the file, the zip file from the link, right-click, extract all, or use whatever your preferred extraction tool of zip files is. It's not small.
That's what she said.
So we'll come back. Once you've extracted the zip file, you should see 4 items in there. One is this folder called SI Match Viewer, and then you've got Ted Lasso shirt and Ted Lasso tracksuit.face, which are the avatar profiles I've set up for you, so you don't have to worry about the photo fit, e-fit, he's not a criminal, face and attire models to actually make your manager. And then you've got a lovely Ted Lasso cutout picture. Again, so you don't have to, so you can add it as your manager avatar just for a little bit extra. Anyway, this is really easy. I've obviously pre-baked and pre-prepared the folder location for any dropping and cutting and pasting and what have you. Again, more Blue Peter references, cutting and sticking. Again, the Americans don't know what it is. Let's not get into another here's one I made earlier tangent. I'm sure you had kids' TV shows that had the same principle of here's one I made earlier. They just pull it up from under the desk and it's just there for you, right? Zealand, help me out. You're young enough to still remember your childhood. Step 2 is copy or cut, copy, whichever your preferred method of moving files is. I will put the locations in the description, so it's much easier. I'll also show them on the screen now, both for Mac and for PC, of where you need to paste this information. So it should work on both. I'll just hold this pose whilst the things are on the screen, and then I'll stop. Can I stop now? I can stop now. So that is step 2 done. Literally just copy the folder in. All of the work has been done for you. Easy peasy. Step 3 is, it's not the complicated part, but there's a few steps to step 3, if that makes sense. You don't have to do this part. It does make it a little bit easier to import the avatars into the game. What you need to do is go back to the folder you've extracted out of the zip file, copy and paste both of the face files, and open up your Document Sports Interactive FM22 folder, where you will find avatars. If you don't have avatars, right click, new folder, and then create it and call it avatars. Simples, right? I've already got these there, but you copy and paste them in. And so you see I've got my standard manager, that's me, and then the 2 Ted Lassos. Now we need to switch over to the actual game. There are multiple places where this button resides, but I'm just going to do it from the main screen purely because, you know, it's in front of me and I can see it. But you can also access the Edit Manager button from the main manager profile page as well. You basically click on your existing manager's photo and do it that way. Edit, and then at the bottom here you will find a load and save model button. Load, strange enough. If you get this pop up, obviously if you've got an existing manager, if you don't, you probably won't get that, but if you do, you know what to do. Don't either save it if you want to keep it, or don't if you don't. We've got the tracksuit Lasso in situ at the moment, so let's pick up Ted Lasso in his shirt instead. And there he is. So it's imported the model. You can spin him around. Look at that lovely slacks there from on Ted, virtual Ted. You can't just exit, unfortunately, because you'll lose the changes you've just added. So we just next. Head, attire, look at that close up of the face. It's wonderful. I think I've got the hair about right. It's close. You can obviously change these if you want to, put a Mohican on Ted if you're desperate. Really, if you're being pedantic, you may want to put him in a white shirt because he usually wears that under the blue jumper. If editing me is remembering this part that I've recorded, what he'll do is show an example of a photo of Ted in white shirt and pullover, jumper, whatever, sweater. And various other bits. I mean, you can go ham with this if you really want. Like, once you've got the face in there, you can change him up and make him look as close as possible to Ted in real life. If this isn't sufficient for your level of authenticity. If it's not, bite me anyway. So anyway, confirm, and there we have it. If you are wanting to go the extra mile, or you are starting a new save rather than just replacing the avatar, it's pretty easy. I already have Ted in here, as you can see. But as you won't have this already, let's talk you through this part as well. So, new profile. Here we go. I'm not going to sort of tell you exactly how you need to set up your own manager. It's not too difficult. So we'll just zip through this. American, place of birth, Kansas, birthday. It can be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't really matter. Favorite team. This was the bone of contention I had, because some of you may be aware of the shorts that sort of born this were the origin, that's a better word, of Ted Lasso being a thing. The shorts where he was made manager of Spurs. So I think probably Spurs is probably there we go. It's probably the most appropriate because it's one of the only teams he knows that exists, in terms of narrative of the Ted Lasso character. The easy part really is it's very much the same as what I've just been through, how to load and save. So this part is exactly the same, but we'll do it anyway. Load avatar, don't care what he looks like. Tracksuit Ted, in you come, there he is, he's done. Next, and then you go to your managerial style and then, do what you want to do, confirm, and then you're in the game. Now, step 4 is, again, the little bit of special sauce that I mentioned. Some of you might quite like having the virtual version of Ted versus an actual photo, but some might. So we've got the virtual Ted here at the moment. But if you do want to add an actual picture, I think this is something that some people just don't know exists, and it's existed for about 3 versions of the game. But what you want to do, FM, go to Preferences, and then you want to go and find Change Manager Profile Picture. Select. We'll navigate to... Okay, I can't remember where I've hidden it now. Brilliant. Go to where you've saved your Ted Lasso folder. And there we have it. That's the picture. There's Ted. See, I told you, blue jumper, white shirt. Not an option. And also, visor wasn't an option either. That's not on me. Let's petition Sports Interactive to allow, like, caps, golf hats, golf gloves. You know, you pretend to be Michael Jackson in... He doesn't wear a golf glove. Like, some of you probably don't even know who Michael Jackson is. Pick the picture that I've selected for you. It's already has the background removed. It's transparent, so it'll look nice. Click load and confirm. And there we have it. It will change the skin. And now we have actual Ted in the hole where his virtual face was. I couldn't think of a better way of putting that. Never mind. But it does look really quite nice when you go to you get the nice like news items in your inbox. Tactical start Route 1. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Oh, thank you, Football Manager. That is amazing. United States, England doesn't know anything about it. That actually is... this profile is actually perfection. I hadn't even realised. Now, you may remember me mentioning something about going a step further at the start of the video. And that is because I will be giving you all of the tools to be able to play as AFC Richmond in the very near future. But we need the full game to be released before I'm able to put that together for you. But it does mean that this is the perfect opportunity for you to subscribe to this very channel and follow me on Twitch and Twitter to see when, or to make sure that you are notified when that video drops. Oh, look at that. I've finally done it after take 14. Jesus bloody Christ. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully this adds a bit more life and spice into those Football Manager managerial avatars. And if you soccer with Brian, you are very welcome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta. You will know who Tad? You don't know who Ted Lasso is, and so do the people. Obviously, Ted Lasso is quite a big thing in football now, apparently, but reasons. Okay, that's bad. Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso. Ted Lusso. Oh, this is going wrong. I'm not redoing the intro. No, not. I've already done it about 4 times. Vice versa and words. Algorithms, words. To face file. I was trying to say shirt and face at the same time. That's when that happens. If you would get this to set and remind, bloody hell, would be that the last folder you navigated to, it would do the aforementioned subscribey bitty bobs, and I'll see you in the next video or in a live stream coming to you soon. Bollocks. That was very Gary now. Bollocks! Unbelievable! Have I forgotten anything? Probably have. If I have, comment, interact, do all of that fun stuff. I have cocked this up for the I've ran out of fingers time. Wish I came from Norwich. I don't know why I've done that. That is, I've gone for a salute and a wave. Salute and, can that be my thing? Is that going to be a thing now? A salute and wave? I've done. How many times have I done that now? Christ on a bike. This outro is gonna be better than the actual video. I am a mess.